Yeah, good morning, afternoon, evening. Everyone, you're welcome on this call. This night, we can talk about crypto AI system. And so just let's ride on. And this bootcamp is going to be very fascinating if you're attentive. And just to show you certain secrets and strategy and about AI system. And making money on AI and then not necessarily be a professional trader and help us leveraging on AI automated trading. Uh, right, automated trading. But just a moment. Okay. Need to connect some guys over here. Uh, right, there we go. Okay. Yeah, right. Think I'm live over here with YouTube and on Facebook. I think we are live here. Good, great. I'm going to go live here. All right, makes sense. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good everything. All right, so you're welcome. This is Felix on a call, 3COMMAS and AI system. So I'm going to go straight away into explaining strategy or benefits of using AI system. Okay, and so basically we have two AI. You're welcome. Congratulations if you're invited by your friends to this forum to learn about AI or to hear about AI and how you can use it to better your personal trading in crypto. And I call it a passive strategy to make in crypto. And so I'm going to start for a lot of friends have been onto 3COMMAS AI system. And of course, I've told us that crypto AI system, we have the retail AI system, and we have the retail AI system, and we have the institutional AI system. So I'm going to show us something. If you're new here tonight, please beg there are things that will sound so strange to you. All you need is to relax, ask questions after the interactions, and that you can be clarified. And thereafter, if you want to take a bold step, to get started on any of the AI system, and that's going to be very beneficial for you. You may want to ask me, if I do love AI, do I need AI to train? Well, it's a personal, all right? But what I've seen and what my experience in the AI system, I think it's quite effective. So if you have advantage of taking AI system, I think it's going to be helpful for anyone who see more to it. Now let's go. 3COMMAS is one AI, but in retail AI refer to 3COMMAS as a retail AI system. Why do we refer to 3COMMAS as an AI system that is retail? Reason one is that anyone can afford to subscribe for a 3COMMAS AI system. Minimum, funding and right, guys. Sorry about that. I think I have interruptions in the network there. And so, like I was saying, Why is it that 3COMMAS, a retail AI system, and retail AI system, what makes it beneficial, and you want to make use of it? And so I'd say it's affordable for anyone. Okay, it's affordable for anyone to make use of AI system that is retail. But you may want to ask me, Felix, why do you use retail AI system at the same time as traditional AI system? There are two major things I'm going to discuss tonight, which is the 3COMMAS, just paraphrasing because many of us are already used to 3COMMAS. Then I move straight away to a traditional AI system called the ENDOTECH. Now, you may want to be tempted to ask me, Felix, if I have 3COMMAS, is it not enough? Why do I need to have ENDOTECH? Like I've said, it's a choice, but for me, Felix, I love the two, and I'm going to explain to you why. And you by yourself, you can testify to see by result, why do I need to have an additional AI system outside the retail AI system? If you can barely hear me, I'm not sure it's from my end here. All right, please, who cannot hear me too? You have challenge. If you cannot hear me, type 1. If you cannot hear me, type 1. Everyone that cannot hear me, type 1 if you cannot hear me. On the chat box, just type 1 if you cannot hear me, please. If you cannot hear me, please type 1. If you cannot hear me, please type 1. If you can hear me, type 2. If you cannot hear me, just type 1. If you can hear me, type 2. Okay. If you can hear me, type 2. If you cannot hear me, type 1. Okay. And so it means for a number of people who cannot hear me, who type 1, please, you can log out and log in. Back probably could be your device. Okay. Please, you have to log out and log into the Zoom backend so that you can have stability of, or check your mic to make sure that it's functioning properly. And your device needs to be probably rebooted, and so that you can hear me better. Thank you very much, everyone that type 2, and those of you that type 1, probably you are not hearing me properly. So let's go, guys. Now, there's something I discovered which I'm going to explain because of the purpose of new persons, those people who are new. If you're just coming into the Zoom, please just kindly mute your mic, please. Okay, so let's go now. For those of us who are very new, I know it sounds strange because when I started making use of 3COMMAS about 2-3 years ago, I know how difficult it looks like, and that's why I took all my time to always want to explain to people how to use the AI system. And because it's very, very effective, it's very, very supportive, it's very, very, what will I call it? Very profitable. But the funniest thing is that many of us have been very skeptical to make use of the AI because largely enough, we do not really understand how to navigate through. I want to tell you something. You have to take it simple. Take it simple before you go further. Now, why the AI system? I'm going to use something to justify, some of those reasons why you need an AI system. Those of us who are new, this 3COMMAS, very simple. How does 3COMMAS work? I was just watching one video. I sent it on those of us who are subscribed group. The CTO of 3COMMAS just did his birthday today. And come on, he's just 32 years old. Come on, that's too small. But funny enough, it's not by age, it's by impact. So, of course, you need to understand that the AI system today is on cloud, so you do not need VPS, unlike those AI we use for forex trading those days, and you have to have VPS to be subscribing for VPS every month. And now most of AI system are server-based. So one of the major factors you have to check in any AI you want to use, is it a server-based and that is on cloud? If it's a cloud AI, then it's going to be very effective. You do not need to have a VPS to make your system running 24/7 for you to trade effectively. Now, going to 3COMMAS, there's something I want us to know about 3COMMAS. 3COMMAS allows you to connect different exchange platforms, both future trading, margin trading, and spot trading. However, you need to know that not all exchanges that are supported by those trading platforms. So if you look at it, Binance, of course, number one. And so it supports spot, future, and margin trading. And it supports both smart trade, DCA bots, and grid bots. Largely, many of us on 3COMMAS have not made use of grid bots, and some have not made use of the smart trade. You need to make use of them. Here, you may not need them now. You may not need the grid bot right now. However, not everyone can make use of the grid bot. It's only limited to pro subscribers. And so, but largely used system on 3COMMAS is the DCA bots. I'm going to paraphrase for you to know why do we use AI, and some of us have been using it. Why are you underutilizing it? I love to load my AI with work. It's a system, it's a bot, it needs to work. Remember, you subscribe and it's meant to be working 24/7. So if you're not making money with your AI, it's not making any sense at all. So let's go very quickly. You can see, please, because sometimes you're connecting your exchange platform and you want to trade, okay, and you discover that you want to trade. Please, if you have any question, you can ask me thereafter after the interaction, okay? Now, you select Binance, you can trade spot and future, and on FTX, you can trade both spot and future. While on the other exchange platform, you can trade only on spot, so take note of that. Now, I have my Bybit connected, so you can trade future on Bybit. So, because if you have your Bitrace, right, if you have your Bitrace, and it's not connecting, your Bitrace is not trading on future, and you're like, what's happening? So just take note. And again, another thing you need to take note of is that not all the exchange you connect to 3COMMAS can trade with DCA bot. You can see Binance, you can trade DCA bot, FTX, okay, Bitrace, okay, Binance US, you can trade all of that. Again, you can trade Coinbase Pro, because a lot of you in America and all that. You can trade a DCA bot on it. All right. Now, Huobi Glover, you can trade DCA bot, and OKs, you can trade DCA bot. Others can only trade on smart trade. Now, you may want to ask me, Felix, I've told you it's very effective. That it's not a marketing strategy, I'm not marketing anyone. I only educate people to know how to make use of this because it can be very effective. You hold your peace and just set your boat and go. And all you need just to learn how to monitor and create some strategy. Good. Now, good thing, when you sign up on 3COMMAS, of course, you need to have a link, because when you use a link of your friend who invited you, you're going to have a kind of reduced price. Ordinarily, if you are paying for advance, that you ought to pay for advance, you ought to pay $441 if you are not using the code of your friend. But if you use the code of your friend who invited you to 3COMMAS, then you are going to have a reduced price, which is about $294. And then your friend have a commission of 25% of your subscription, okay? Somebody say that's too large. That's the affiliate commission, okay? So take note of that. If you want to subscribe for 3COMMAS, all you need is, number one, you can sign up on 3COMMAS, and you use 3COMMAS for the first 3 days free trials. So 3 days trials, which is going to be on the highest package, which is a pro account. And you can trade for 3 days. If I were you, if I sign up on 3COMMAS the first 3 days, I will bombard you with a lot of coins. I know what can set limitation on you if you have not been trading before, or you are not so effective in your trading. Because I will tell people trading crypto is largely dependent on 3 major factors: fundamental, sentimental, and technical. At a point you see that technical don't play out immediately, does not mean it won't play out. Take note of that. Some of us who trade, technical analysis play out faster and immediate and as prompt as possible on FX market. But when it has to do with crypto, no. It can be contrasted or it can be extended. So sometimes what you want, just like we expressed that in 2019, we have a sideways movement that was supposed to last for just like 60 days, and it lasted for almost 3, 4, 5 months. And what was supposed to play out December 2019 was what played out in December 2020. So imagine, the only thing we kept encouraging some of our friends is that be patient, relax, don't be in a haste, just keep accumulating, farming your crypto. At that point, what was very suitable for trading that time, if you're using AI system, was the grid boat, because the grid boat will take a range of the market. Something like this. Let me show us here, some here. If you're on 3COMMAS, if you go to your grid boat, you're going to see a range. In fact, it can tell you the AI, the machine can do algorithm, sometimes can align with your analysis, and it's going to create a width of like we expected Bitcoin to bottom, like I expected. I waited for Bitcoin to land if 45 or $55,000 did not hold, and then we expected Bitcoin to actually drop to about 52,000, and I expected even 48 to $49,000. So of course, it may still play out or not. So if it play out, that's a good thing for us. So we take advantage of it. If it does, no. If it does not, no issue, right? So what the grid board does is to take, it has manual grid, and then it has AI, that is artificial strategy, and it has a manual strategy. And of course, who don't want to do manual? So it's just telling you within a week of $52,000 to $63,000 Bitcoin expected, and that's when it's having a kind of last price set over here to about sell at this, and then last buy to $52,000. So it's just creating a grid, down here. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, somewhere here. Yeah, or even $52,000. Now it take a range. Now the disadvantage and difference between a grid trade is that if he buys here and he set market to sell here, and the market drop here, it will sell this, he leave it at this price, and he buy another one. And set another market, he buys another one. So sometimes grid both, if the market is not going sideways, it can keep your market for a very long time, and before you start, trading and all of that. So now the major tool used in the 3COMMAS AI system is actually DCA bot and the smart trade. But I'll just be explaining to you guys about the subscription. So when you sign up on 3COMMAS, the first 3 days is a trial period. You make use of it and trade. And I always tell people, I want to trade in 3COMMAS. And then I do not have money to subscribe to a Signal group, just like potential persons when they come in saying, you can sign up for Deal With Me to take Signal, related coins. But do I need it? No. If you have been trading, you may not need it. But just for, to keep your feet and all of that, so you want to be double sure of informations. And sometimes, crypto is largely dependent on relevant informations and timely information and action with those informations you got in. Now, but you can see 3COMMAS to give recommendations of coins, and it gives analysis of popular coins, both that have been created by others, professional users, and it gives you a range of what they do. So you can copy this guy's trade, okay? You can copy their trade, and then you make money, whatever thing they are making per day. That's another one. Now, you want to create a bot. Now, 3COMMAS tools still help you to give you recommended pairs, which like kind of Signal per se, like can tell you, hey, you know what? You want to trade and you don't know what to trade. You want to start a trade, you don't want to trade, then 3COMMAS will still give you recommended pairs. Now that if you enter into that to go long or to go short, and then you can still make a lot of money, okay? So most time when I see persons say, I don't know what to trade, that's not true. Now look at this, telling you ADA is good to go, which is very nice. Because if you see, look at a very big pullback I saw in ADA, and some persons that's a very fantastic pullback. So I have some of my markets in ADA to be sold at $1.48 and $1.58, for take profit. ADA, I bought some ADA already when it dropped down here, and now it has dropped below how much I bought. It doesn't matter, right? But I think it's having a very strong support here. No, so but the issue is this. Now they're giving you the recommendation. So hey, why not? I can enter into ADA and then I'm good to go. I'm going to trade. And so they give you the recommendation, just like a Signal. Then when you start trading, the only difference is that sometime before those recommendations come, they must have seen a strong move in that coin or a strong buy. Just like imagine somebody is telling you now, I expected a pullback in Filecoin because we bought sometime. It came down to about $19 and we bought $22. And now it has moved drastically. For me, either I got a signal about Filecoin or not, I can just sell off to buy back at the pullback because it got to $90-something. And so it's not a bad deal that the coin come back to as low as $57, $58, probably maybe $61, and I can get some. That's not a financial advice. I'm not asking you to go buy. Now, the most important aspect is this. In 3COMMAS, you have those recommendations, just like this is like a signal, and you have like a copy trade that you can use, because maybe you just start using 3COMMAS and you have not subscribed for any signal group and all of that. And I always tell people is that when you want to start any coin to buy, you always need to understand that there's always what? A support and a resistance, and then the volume coming into the market, and then the price. I always tell people, you are trading with little money. Don't go for coins that are already above $1. Go for coins that are in cent and in penny, because it won't take them time to cross and do 20%, 40%, 50%. But if you have enough money, why not? You can try everything out. So most time people come into the market and they just buy the top, double top. They FOMO into coin. It's not good. So what you do is that you ensure, even if you don't know anything or you don't have friends or you are not in any group, you're not a subscriber of any group to take signal, and then you have your boat. Very simple. You come, you take the recommended pairs. You can take this recommended pairs. Let's say 3COMMAS is telling you, hey, trade cheese, okay? Trade cheese or trade files. If I go back to my, maybe, just like you go to your trading view or whatever, and then you go to check cheese or what they call it. I don't know. What they call? I think cheese. Okay, want to check file, FIL, and then, oh, front up. Okay, guys, all right here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, 555. Okay. Yeah, okay. I will not buy 5 now. I'll have to still wait for 5. It tried to break out, not even broke out of the band and then return back again and all of that. You have to now consistently monitor the volume, 24 hours volume. And then of course, they're taking a very big trend from here to here. And then it's not too bad that it pulled back. Some of you are doing technical indicator and use your Fibonacci retracement, you're able to see that probably this coin to test back to 60 something dollars. Also, we're down here to 57, $58 and all of that. So for me to buy this coin, and it's been recommended, I will not buy. I'll have to wait for a pullback. But what if this coin just now return back? No problem. That's why we tell people there's another day, another coin in another market. Now let's go very quickly to our point. I'm not here to teach you how to trade or what's all about market indicators or price indicators. What I'm just showing you is the strategy to use a bot system. Okay. Now simple bots. Now two different aspects here is the smart trade and the DCA bot. Now I want to tell you now, if you are trading now, you have intention to trade. Let's say you want to trade. Let's say you want to trade XSP. It's a very fantastic coin. Let me check what's going to happen now. I expect a breakout, and I think it was warming up to break out just not long. XSP, I'm not recommending for you guys to buy, but I'm just like, I expect a breakout in XSP probably within a few days to hit about $5. Good. Now it's actually breaking out, okay? Trying to break, it has actually broke out and tried to create a kind of trend. And probably, I expect this coin to hit about $5. But this is a point. Now, this is XSP. Now, the most important aspect you need to understand, okay, let me check another coin so that I can just use experiment for that system, SYS. Come on, this coin is crazy, guys. It's just consolidating, doing sideways. Okay. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use this coin as an experiment for us. Okay. Now, you go to your 3COMMAS and you want to trade a coin. And 3COMMAS, I said, there's a smart trade and there's a DCA bot. Remember? Now, the DCA bot is very effective. Why? You need to understand the market you want to trade before you put it in smart trade. If I expect a very big breakout in any coin, I can pair my money into two. If I want to use $1,000 to trade, I can pay and put $500 in my DCA bot and put $500 in my smart trade. Reason, let me use an example. Now there's a coin now I was trading and I had a hard time for it. It's called Acro. Acro. Now, Acro, yes, there we go. This is Acro. Acro USDT. Good. Yeah, Acro. Now, Acro has actually broke out, but not effective to have, hit my price limit. Now, if you are trading this coin and you bought the coin and you put it on smart trade, I can tell you, you probably might have not closed your trade. How? Using smart trade. Look at an example. I actually have Acro. I was, just while I was doing training with some people, I use Acro. to do smart trade. Now, in doing the smart trade, look at what I did on Acro. Look at it here. Let's go here. Good, 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 good. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, just pay attention, okay? You don't understand anything. After now, you just ask questions, okay? Now look at Acro. Yeah, I enter Acro since on the 12th, okay? Since on the 12th. Till today, I've not closed the trade, right? And I bought Acro at how much? 0.047. That's about 4 cents, 7 penny. And Acro, now, presently, Acro is about 0.060. That's 6 cents and some penny, okay? Now, it's recording that I've done 27%. Good. But is the trade closed? No. Has it recorded my profit? No. Why? The reason is that this is a smart trade and it's just like a manual trade. Okay, Felix, so what should I do right now? Let me show you. Now, in smart trade, what to do? In smart trade, what to do is that you place market, okay? And then as you place market, look at Acro. Yeah, I'm not here to teach us technical indicator and all of that. So just to show you very simple thing. Okay, now look at Acro. Now I came into Acro and said, hey, you know what? Acro, I bought Acro, at that price, assuming I want to edit Acro now. And then there you go. I said I want to take profit at 69%. 69.86%. I want to take profit. Now, anytime I use smart trade on my 3COMMAS, I always use what we call trailing take profit. Now, what's trailing take profit? Right now, I set to take profit at 69%. Now, and I say trailing is 8%, minus 8%. What does that mean? When Acro move up and get to 69.86%, the trailing is activated. Now, it won't sell. For instance, maybe Acro decided to do like Alice, my neighbor, and it got to 69% and moved to 200%. My boat will not sell until probably Acro get to 200 or 250%, and it's now pulling back until it pull back and confirm minus 8% to the all-time high. My boat will not sell. For instance, it crosses this place, 69.86%, and hit up to 100%, and now drop down just like a little pullback by 5%. Nothing will happen. I will still be in the market. Remember, I want to take profit here, but the market has crossed here and got to 100%. And now we pull back by 5%, it's not going to sell. The market move again and get to 150%, and it pull back by minus 7% from that 150%. My market is still on, okay? Now, next, it get to 200%, just like what Alice, my neighbor, did. And probably you want to take profit at 60% on Alice, my neighbor. And it continued to move until you get to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000% within that day. And all the pullback it was recording, it didn't do all to minus 8%. No problem. Now, probably Alice, my neighbor, got to 4,000%. Remember, I want to take profit at 69.86%. Alice, my neighbor, get to 4,000% and now decide to start derailing. That's a pulling back. When it does, minus 8% from that 4,000% is when my boat will sell and take profit. Now it's going to give you an account. I said profit at 2%, but before trailing was this, after trailing was this. So in a nutshell, so will I be using trailing for all my trade? No, you need to understand the movement of such coins. So I'm not teaching us movement of coins and all of that, but I'm telling you technically when you are using this, but be very careful. If you look at it now, I've set this boat, I've set this to trade. You can see the movement that the coin has done since I've set it, right? You can imagine when I've set this on the 12th. Let's go. Yeah, somewhere around here. On the 12th, somewhere around here. You understand? Somewhere around here. Now, see what it has done. Up here. And because it has not gotten to my percentage of profits, it has not sold. The market crashed down, move up, dun, 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 da, 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 now going up. It has not sold. Now, what the DCA bot will have done is that from here, when it move up, we'll have taken profit, buy again. Now we'll have taken profit, buy again, enter. Now there's a pullback. That's where you have what we call deviation. And then again, it move up again. I will have traded and I've made profit all these since about 3, 4, 5 days, but or 6 days thereabout. But it has not closed the deal. Why? Because Felix is using smart trade, and until the market get to target area, my smart trade will not dispose the coin and record my profit. So if you're using smart trade, be very careful. Understand why you are using smart trade. You must, as a matter of fact, understand why you are using smart trade. That means you have to understand the coin you are using smart trade for. Now, you may want to ask me, Felix, so does that mean we should not use smart trade? That's not true. I use smart trade, I close deal on smart trade, but I need to understand the movement of such coin. Now you can see the coin is about 29%. Now, sometime when you have opened the deal and the market has not gotten to your expected level, but you now observe a pullback, or probably the coin is going to crash down from that level. Of course, you can come here and close the market at the market price. You close the deal at the market rate, then it's going to close the market and give you your profit. But it's going to tell you panic sell because you never allow it to get to the price expected. Now, those are the good thing about it. When you set the boat and then you come, okay, this one has done that, okay, I'm good to go, and all of that. Imagine XCM, I've set it since and I've recorded 50% loss. So what should I do, Felix? Nothing. Why? Because this is not a forex. It pull back. If I let it pull back by 100%, I will still have the volume of XCM that's here. As the market start recovering, it's going to sell for me. But be very careful. What you need is to make sure you are having enough liquidity while you're trading. And that's why you see that if you are not technically inclined, using smart trade can delay your money for some time. So it's on that note, we say, okay, while you are trading the 3COMMAS, we recommend for you, you need to know how to make use of your DCA bot. Now imagine if I had used DCA bot for this acro since on the 12th, you can see that the bot will have recorded and peak profit for me in that order. But because it's a smart trade, it won't take the profit until it gets to the target price to trigger. Okay, so very quickly, because I'm wrapping up so that I can ask questions about 3COMMAS so that I can move to ENDOTECH, okay? Now, if you look at it, simple to put. How do I get started in 3COMMAS? I've just told you, you need a link from whoever that invited you. And when you are signing up, you have to click on the link and then don't click on sign up, but you can click on join now or get started. But I saw now, what I saw mostly now is like join now or start here, something like that. Now you click on it and put your email, put your password, and then click on submit and or start a strategy. I saw something like that, and then now we said you ensure once you have created your account, you ensure you check to make sure that you have your sponsor referral code ID. If you do not have it and the space is empty, you need to type it to click apply. So I'm not here for that preliminary anyway. It's just to give us an aha interactions about 3COMMAS. Now, because when you want to get started, you have to get back to a friend who invites you and ask how do you get started about that. So we're not going to do that now. Now, definitely what you're doing is that you are using this like a terminal to connect your bot. And so basically, once you sign up, you need to generate what we call API key from your exchange platform and get it connected through my exchange on 3COMMAS. All right. Now, some friends want to ask me, I always say something very, very, very important. Now, when you start trading with 3COMMAS, what I recommend for anyone is that fund your account, fund your Binance with USDT. Be very, very careful the way you use Bitcoin to trade with altcoin, because this is a bull run. BTC can just wake up and jack up and move it to anywhere at any point in time. And so when you are trading with BTC to altcoin, you discover that you are not recording daily profit like people who are trading with USDT to BTC to altcoins, USDT to BTC. So when you use BTC to trade, there's a coin that I've been trading now. Let me just show us. We're just playing around with that coin. That was about maybe a month ago or something. But I saw that that coin, in fact, it was a total, it has been struggling to recover. Okay. I saw that the coin was struggling to recover for a very long time against BTC. So I just engaged my boat. The coin name is called Wabi. Let me check it. So I was not in a haste on Wabi. I just wanted to be accumulating some Bitcoin. And so I was not interested in whatever Wabi is doing. If you trade for 2 days and be resting, no problem, because I'm using Wabi to farm BTC, right? And so, but if you look at it logically, is that what I'm supposed to be doing? No. There are some coins that you don't just have time for, and you want to get engaged and give you a fantastic thing. Okay, this is Wabi. Now, if you look at Wabi, I engaged Wabi. There were two coins like that I engaged against BTC, Wabi and ENJ, because I saw their pullback was so massive and there were so many fundamentals about them to move. So I knew that they were going to do well. Now, if you look at it, look at Wabi. Wabi was open on the 16th of February. Now, he traded on that 16th. He traded on that 16, it did $16, and then he traded on the 17th, no trade. On the 18th, he traded. Then on the 19th, he traded 20, 21, oh, He didn't trade up to up till on the 3rd, okay, 5th of March. Imagine, okay. The last trade was on the 19th of February till on the 3rd or 5th of March. Then Endeavor, no trade until on the 9th. Then continually, then on the gap. And now 16th, when it was 16, 3 days ago. Now, what am I trying to say? How much was deployed to Wabi? 0.003 BTC. How much is that? Let's check. Sorry. Let's check here. Okay, so just be paying attention, okay? And so that we can learn together. So be careful the way you deploy your money to third party. I will always sound this as a warning. I have a lot of friends that, so 0.00, yeah, 3. So that's $173, okay? Stuff like that. That's cheaper than that where the Wabi start trading, okay? Now, that was what was deployed on the 16th of last month. So just about 1 month, 2 days now, okay? Now, I'm just using to generate Bitcoin, okay? Now, if you look at it, 0.003, and then what was the safety size? The safety size, 0.0009. So 0.0009 multiplied by 3, that will give you some give and take some fractions. Now, totally, in that period, it has completed how many deals? 29 deals. So 29 deals is 0.007. So automatically, what it has traded, it's already more than 0.003 in 1 month, 2 days. Now, look at it here. Look at it here. That's about $434. All right. Now, if you look at the give and take, let's check here. 0.0009 multiplied by 3. Let's go here. Let's go here. 0.0009 multiplied by 3. Okay, plus 0.003. So that's about 0.0057, okay? 0.0057. Okay, let's go, there we go. 57. So that's about $328, okay? That means that what was deployed to the boat is at 328 bucks, okay? Now, but it has made about $434, as in 1 month plus. Now, this is not aggressive, okay? Because I'm not interested in the money. I'm just interested in the accumulation of that Bitcoin fraction. It can do this, it will do like mining for me. So that's the capacity of the boat. Because I've identified that coin, that Wabi, that is so down, trying to recover back to its all-time high. So it has a long way to go. Felix, are you asking me to buy? No, I'm not telling you to buy it. All right. Now, I'm not going to be surprised in the next 1, 2, 3 months, maybe my boat is engaged on this coin for 3 or 4 months. I'm not going to be surprised that it can accumulate up to 0.01 BTC for me. So imagine, imagine. So that means I'm accumulating real value using the boat. Now, this is exceptional, okay? While you are using the boat, you need to identify what particular ones we do. So now, what I'm trying to put across is this. You start a boat, now you must try, as a matter of fact, have your money in USDT so that your USDT can be traded against BTC, against altcoin, and your profit is taken to USDT so that when you need money, you can quickly pull out money from there and then do what you want to do. And many a time people want to trade and just say, okay, I want to accumulate coin. No, you need to understand what that's all about, start accumulating about it, okay? So much time, people call me to like, okay, I don't know why my portfolio is going down. That's not true because you have not really identified what you are looking for. So I'm going to do experiment, just simple experiment right now. Which coin? I'm just coming. Just a moment, guys. Just a moment. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. So because I want to go to AI, so if you have any question, so just pen them down in the chat box so that we can attend to them one after the other. So we don't just start talking. So we have to achieve something fantastic, okay? I always employ everybody to, even when something looks so difficult from the beginning, I beg everyone, just settle down, ask questions, learn. There's no one that was born with anything they are doing today. They learn it at one point or the other. So if you refuse to learn, I can tell you, everything will be so scary to you. You're like, oh my God, you'll be so overwhelmed with things. No, settle down, start somewhere, and over time you see that you're doing well as fast as possible. Okay, I'm coming. I just want to look at experimenting. No. Let's go here. Okay. Okay, let me go here. Another dangerous coin I want to look at. So now, assuming you have opened your 3COMMAS, you want to start trading, then you have to click on DCA boat and you click on create boat, okay? But this is the challenge most people start facing when they start using their boat. They're going to see this. When they click create boats, their boat's going to be here on Godon. And they don't know where to go again. Like, they just click anyone. No, don't do that. Locate advanced and click on advanced so that I can give you the template. Very simple, keep it simple. Now, I want to start trading your boat. What's it called? Your exchange is here. Simple. Yeah, that's your strategy. If you're not on pro, you can use composite. Okay. So even if you're on pro, don't start with composite, start from simple. Now, you can take any recommended pairs here. Fantastic. Why not? You can make money while doing that. Okay. So let's say you want to pick BAT. Of course, BAT has gone up very crazy. And then, but let's just take it, okay? Now, but assuming the pairs you want to take is not here, is it compulsory? Now you have to come under these pairs and type the name of the coin you want to trade. So let's say it's the BAT. Now you have to check. I told you, ensure that your money is there in USDT. Okay, make sense? In USDT. So in my own case, let me use BAUSD to trade it. Okay. Now you go there. Okay, where do I go here? Let's go here. No, it's BUSD. I want to check. I think there's so many things here. Okay, let's go here. Okay. So the money, I have a lot of exchange connected to my boat, so it can give you a lot of stuff. Yeah. This is USDT, BAT, right? BAT USDT. All right, so BAT USDT, and then the next thing you need to know is the strategy, long or short. This long and short does not mean you are trading margin trading or you're going to be liquidated. No, you're just saying the direction of the market. Okay. Now, minimum you can start trading is $10. So don't let anyone. That's why I would say it's a retail boat system. So let's say if I want to use $100 to trade this market, $100 is what I want to use to trade this market. So I can say $50 would be my base currency. What's the base? Base order size. Base order size means the amount of money that your boat will use in buying as a start. Immediately the boat is set, the first money out of, you may need You may want to trade with $1,000. Whatever you allocate here is what the boat will start using. Anything you don't understand when you're using your boat, click on the question mark. It's going to tell you what that's all about. Now, safety order size is when the market pull back, the fraction it should buy. The market pull back, buy this volume. Market pull back, buy this volume. Okay? Now, next, you're not going to take about take profit. I normally tell friends, I say, if it's an altcoin, I can put 5% take profit. If not, sometimes just put 3%. But if it's Bitcoin, the maximum you should have is about 2%, if it's Bitcoin, right? So don't go too much. Maximum 1. You want to be very flexible, 1. It's better you do 1% times 10 than to wait for 10% that will never come. That's simple. So rate of turnover is what you are looking for in your board. So I'm going to use 3% here. Now, don't use trailing in all your trading. Sometimes I see so many persons trade, they open trailing. No, you should understand what trailing is all about. And you should understand the movement of such coin you want to trade before you use trailing. Now, in my own case, somebody says stop loss. I don't use stop loss in my boat. The reason is not far-fetched. If I use stop loss, then when the market hits stop loss, the boat stops working. And so it cuts you off on the market. And market can pull back. Imagine you saw a market that opened, it's already minus 50%. If I use stop loss, will have cut off from the market. And the market could pull back drastically and then wake up when you are not imagining it and just spike back. And in that case, you miss the bull run of such market. So, but it's on that note, I do not trade pump and dump. So be very careful. When you are using your boat, trade coins that have real value, use case, and all of that. Of course, thank God, not all exchange that does all those pump and dump that are added to 3COMMAS, okay? Now, take profit 3%, say percentage from total volume, yeah? Now, look at it. Here, it's a maximum safety trade count, 5. That is, if I reserve $1,000 and I say $10 is the safety side, how many times should the boat buy worth of $10? Should there be a pullback in the market? 5 times. Here, active, out of the 5, how many will it open? 1. So always keep it at 1 is better because so that it can take cost average. What do you mean by cost average? For instance, your boat has bought $50 worth of a particular coin like BATH, and then it has bought it, and then the market now pull back by whatever percentage you put in there. Now, it's going to cancel the take profit on the $50 volume you bought before, and then buy new one and add it together, maybe $1 for the first one. The market dropped by maybe market dropped to $0.8. So it's going to be $0.8 plus $1 divided by 2. That's the average cost. And that's the new cost price. And your boat will set a new take profit. Okay, just understand that. It's going to take cost average for you and then leveraging on that. Now, please, I want everybody, I know some of us are new, all this I'm saying is just so strange to us. Don't worry, don't get panic. You're going to understand if you're so much interested. You get back to the person who invited you and sit down and try, you know what? I need to know this thing. But some of us have been using it. Look at one of the silly mistakes most of us make. When you are trading in a very volatile market, especially a coin that just moves unnecessarily. Let me tell you guys, I adjust my deviation on regular basis. Okay, why? Now, let me show you. Minimum I use as my price deviation is A. Minimum I use as my price deviation is 5. But in a situation where I see that this market is so volatile, for instance, when Alice move, right? It moves so crazy and do about how many percent? Crazy percent. Understand that when such coin is going to pull back drastically, in such coin I can use 30. Somebody say too large. No, it's not too large. I'm going to show you now. Now, all this, as a beginner, you don't need to bother yourself, just leave them like that, okay? As a beginner, 111. When you start crypto, when you start 3COMMAS, I'm going to show you. You know, this class was not meant to teach you all of this, just show you what 3COMMAS is all about, and then we go to ENDOTECH, and then what's all about, and how can you benefit from it. Now, so there are things that are going to look strange to you, so don't kill yourself too much, okay? Now, look at it now. The boat is going to be trading, and then there you go. As market drop by 30%, a buy. So look at it. Wow. So BAT is even $1.02 right now. And now, so 30% drop is 80 cents. Make sense? 60%, 40 cents. So even if this coin dropped back to as low as this, no, that's not the case. Listen, the more the market go up, the more your deviation adjusts to follow the market price. How? When your boat buy BAT at $1.02, 21 cents, right? And it has take 30% deviation from there is this. Take note. When the market must have gone to $2 and your boat is still trading, your boat is going to calculate 30% from that $2, not 30% from here. So it's very possible that 30% deviation from $2 maybe even be 1.5 or 1.6. So it's on that note you see that some of us who have been trading, I know a lot of us have observed this, you just start trading, right? You just start trading and you discover that, come on, I have issues. What's the issue? You just start trading, your boat has executed all the safety trade and it's waiting. So you have to increase your price deviation. Now, once I've set all this, I click on create boat. It's a boat successfully saved and start boat. Am I to start? Yeah, go ahead, start the boat. Then click OK. Now, as simple as possible. You are done. Now, once this is set, you go away. You go do other thing you want to do. As the boat start trading, all you do is sometimes you come back to check what's happening. Because I want people, do not open so many deals when your money is not much. If I open many deals, you have to fund more money in your account so that your boat will not enter error insufficient fund. Okay? So as much as possible, you have start trading and you can always open, right, to check. You can always open, go here, right, and click on DCA boat to check how your boat is running. If you want to edit, you want to increase. Now, it has not picked the trade. That's why it's showing this, all right? Now, if your boat is running already, you want to increase or you want to reduce, you want to add fund and all of that, you can always edit it. So this is the fantastic thing. Please, I've told you, if you have questions, just write it down so that we can move very fast, okay? I'm not going to go detail on the institutional investor AI system called ENDOTECH. Please, if you have any question, just write it down, all right? So that we attend to them one after the other. So 3COMMAS is a fantastic boat that you can take advantage of and make a lot of money, help yourself, solve all manner of problems out of yourself, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, take time, write down questions, and I will tell you after the interaction. Now, what's the difference between 3COMMAS as a retail AI system to ENDOTECH as an institutional AI system? Then, Felix, why will I again go to pick ENDOTECH when I already have 3COMMAS? Okay, why on earth? Is it not a waste of resources? Okay, the difference between 3COMMAS retail AI system and ENDOTECH institutional AI system. First difference. The first difference is retail AI system is cheaper. Institutional AI system is expensive. Then why do you go for it? It's okay. Institutional AI system, ENDOTECH as it were, it's a hands-free boat system. How do you mean? In 3COMMAS, I connect my API, my Binance or any exchange platform I wish to use with my 3COMMAS. I need to know how to trade. I need to know how to follow up. I need to know how to change directions, remove, add, and all of that. So it means my input is required to monitor. Is it bad? No. Can I start from there? Yes. Oh, then the one that is hands-free, it makes more sense. Okay, now it makes more sense. It's more expensive. Felix, why do you go for it? This is the issue. In my ENDOTECH AI system, it is easy for me to keep money like my savings account. Why? Your money is not leaving your exchange platform, but your ENDOTECH is connected and they trade for you. However, you pay for the services, which I'm going to explain how does it work. So they trade for you. So if I have categories of friends around who don't know how to trade at all, who have been wasting their resources in the hands of Ponzi scheme, all in the name of passive income, then Endotech is highly recommended for them. You have some that claim to say, hey, you know what? I don't know anything in crypto and I have not gotten time to study, to learn, but I know it's good. Then Endotech is highly recommended for them. What of 3COMMAS? Yes, 3COMMAS is recommended for them, but anyone who is not ready to learn, when you show him 3COMMAS and he's not ready to learn, he may even suggest to tell you, hey, you know what? Can you trade for me? You don't tell such persons to use 3COMMAS. You're going to have trouble. I can tell you. I've seen some friends who started using 3COMMAS, and because they do not really understand what they're looking for, and when they start trading, of course, as market has a pullback, all their portfolios shrink down. They're like, oh my God, the boat has wasted my money. That's not true because you never understood the nature of the market. Your boat is trading and keeping profit. Somebody called me one time and said, my boat is trading and is giving profit, but can't see the profit. I said, you need an understanding. You need to learn, right? I can't see the profit because the profit has disappeared. The profit is not even increasing. I have $1,000 I started trading with. At the point I saw it has gone to $1,200, $1,300. And what I'm seeing now is about $600, $700. What's happening? I thought the boat would be giving me profit. So it means the boat is making loss. You know, so short persons do not need 3COMMAS. Anyone who's going to use 3COMMAS need to understand little basics about cryptocurrency and how it works so that they don't give you a necessary headache. That's why sometimes I sound like too harsh when somebody come to me and say, hey, I say, you know what? Go open a kiosk or open a boutique and be selling that, because if you don't want to learn, crypto is not meant for you. Now, so in Endotech, of course, institutional investor is what it's meant for. So let's go. Oh, Felix, I would love to join Endotech. Can you afford it? How does Endotech work? Now let's go. First of all, you're going to see something. Endotech has been an institutional platforms. I've been following them to be part of. They have two major strategies called Alpha and Beta. Now I'm going to explain to you what Alpha is all about and what Beta is all about. Now, what is the pricing of Endotech? Remember, I will say Endotech is a platform that only gives license to institutional customers. We are open to institutional customers. Come on. Now, when we have been working to understand how Endotech works, was at the point we now got to know about a platform called Daisy. Now, they were matrix system, all these guys that do crowdfunding. And we had to be following them to launch, I think this year, January. And unfortunately, I'm not sure they have been able to get their feet up to now. But there was something smart we now discover. We started working so crazily to know how to get connected to Endotech directly. Yeah, even though we know that Daisy was a very smart one to have one to make sure that they create a value for their community. But still, if the value is created for their community, whatever money you subscribe to Daisy, 50% of it is added to their pool of their account, you know, as an institutional investor with Endotech. So 50% of that is there in the pool. So whatever Endotech is trading for the Daisy, the profit is shared back to all the contributors, which make a lot of sense. But something's going to fascinate you here. Felix, you want to start Endotech. Institutional license gives access to the finest and most powerful delivery currently available within the global cryptocurrency market. It is an opportunity to connect up to $10 million to our successfully performing trading strategies. To activate a license, you pay an entry fee upfront. Once payment is accepted, will be guided by your senior staff to choose. Now, what's your entry fee cost? License fee for 1 year is $125,000. Is it worth it? Yes. But listen, for you to have this as a license fee, Endotech expected you to have minimum of $1 million in your account to trade with them, because they trade without your fund, but that fund is seated in your exchange platform. So it's on that note, if you want to know more, you can contact them and go to support@endotech.io and they will tell you everything you need to know. Okay, so you now ask yourself, we've been struggling, how do we get access? How many of us can afford to pay $125,000? It's not too big, But if you pay $105,000 on a service for 1 year, how much are you going to use to maximize and make profit that will cover all these charges and you'll still be happy? Now, is there any way? So, Felix, why do you introduce us to EndOTech? The good news is this. While we're struggling, my way of searching and way to find way to have access to EndOTech, having known that EndOTech is more or less like a passive system, but not giving my money to third party to trade for me. It was then I find out a platform referred to iGenius. So I find out a platform referred to iGenius, iGenius system in the US, right? And then when I got iGenius, I started studying. And so what is iGenius going to do for me? iGenius is a company, a merchant company that derives different system on their trading, training people on stock market, on cryptocurrency, on Forex. Some people love Forex, on Forex, and so many other services. I'm not here to talk about that much. Now, what I was interested in, as my friend introduced me from the US on iGenius, what I was looking for, simple. You wanted to ask me, Felix, what were you looking for? I was just looking for, you mean, where he got me straight away into iGenius was that, Felix, do you know that I have access to EndOTech? I said, don't tell me that. How? Are you an institutional investor? It's mine. And because I followed Daisy, and iPhone said, for me to have access to EndOTech over the years on Daisy, I have to finish my matrix. That's from level 1 to level 10, which means in my total structure had to be consumed by over $102,000. And it's on that I have a VIP license to get connected with EndOTech. And so when this, my friend was just saying it, that, hey, Felix, you know that I have a platform that can give you access to EndOTech. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's not possible. How? Where? Come on, show me. I thought it was a gimmick, okay? I was just like, no, you can't be serious. You must be joking. And he told me, hey, I will show you. You have access to EndOTech and you would trade. I said, no, I'm not talking about having access to EndOTech with your company, right? I don't want to have access to EndOTech using your company name, probably giving my money to you as a company, and then you are not the one that have access to EndOTech. My money is with you. You can wake up any day and tell me any story. He told me, hey, Felix, no, I'm going to give you access to EndOTech. You trade. Wow. How, like, come on. Now, this is the point. This is the point. You may be wondering that how much do I have access to EndOTech that will cost me $125,000 a year? Maybe $50,000? Not at all. 45? Not at all. 40? Not at all. 30? Not at all. 25K? Not at all. 20K? Not at all. 10K? At all. What it took me to have access to EndOTech, simple, via iGenius. In a year, I need to be an elite member of iGenius. Come on. I say, yes, that's not a problem. How much will it cost me? I summarize everything it will cost me in a year to have my access. I summarize everything because they have, registration fee and then monthly to pay this. I just summarize everything. I discovered that I was not going to spend up to $4,000 to have access to EndOTech. I'm like, massive. That was one. Now, remember, in EndOTech, there are things you must take note. There are 3 things in EndOTech you must take note. Number 1, there is an access fee, $125K. Number 2, when you fund your account, your Binance or your Exchange Gemini or any or Coinbase Pro, you have to pay upfront fraction, maybe 10%, maybe 20%, maybe 15% of the money deposited. So license fee for 1 year. Now, whatever thing you funded, 10% or 20% upfront paid, not necessarily removing part of that money, but to be calculated, and then they will show you what that fraction will be you are meant to pay before your boat is connected properly and is still running. Immediately that is connected, you're going to see EndOTech said we start testing with small fraction of your money, and that's continued. And now when it continues, the third thing you must take note on EndOTech is every quarter of the year. Now, if you start right now, that means you have full 1 year on the transaction. So every 3 months, that is the quarter of the year, Now, remember, EndoTech trades for you. You don't need to lift your hand. Just connect your boat, do everything, and go away. So whatever you made in 3 months, EndoTech share profit with you. How much profit? If you come through, Hygienus, what I would pay in 3 months from the profit made for 3 months is 20%. So I calculated 20% divided by 3, that's about how many? Let's just call it summary, 7% per month. That means if EndoTech trades for me, whatever thing they makes in a month, I'll pay them 7% from my profit. That's not a bad deal, right? So I said, okay, that's not a problem. And so I have to follow and then get to the root of the matter on Hygienus. So what it took me to be part of Hygienus, to have access to EndoTech, was summary about $3,600 in a year. Come on. Now, once that happens, now, not only because of EndoTech, I have other services that have not even unveiled. Too many services. I love commodity markets. The equity market, in fact, if I show you some of those equity I bought through Hygienus recommendation, because they review, they call something those stocks that are less than $4. Now, stocks that are within a range for maybe medium term, and then different stocks. And those guys who are in Forex, of course, they have so many great sequelizers and all of that. So what I did immediately I signed on was to go to Crypto Ally straight. And that's what gave me the access to EndoTech. So I'm going to log in now and show you. Why did I not tell anybody while I was doing this? I want to experiment. I want to be double sure that it's working, okay? So I kept my account, so get connected, and then you go to products, and then you click on Crypto Elite. Now, when I click on Crypto Elite, property here, who is EndoTech, all of this video I watch, I have to watch it, and then I connect. Guess what? I haven't connected my account on EndoTech. I saw that I can trade on my account as low as $1,000. Man, we have to have access to a secret, guys. As low as $1,000 can be funded in my account, and then I will be trading. So in simple terms, $3,600 paid. I paid everything for just 1 year to be covered, and then $1,000 funded in my account. So $1,000, that means I was going to pay $100 upfront from this $1,000. So must I pay from here? No, I have to calculate 10% of this is $100. So pay to EndoTech and then get my strategy. Now I got started, connect my account. Somebody may say, okay, I will not show all of this because it is when you must have signed up on Hygienus that you have access to get your account connected. But one of the fantastic things I've done is this, just like, hey, 10% upfront, and then every 3 months, that's quarter, profit share with EndoTech. If you're not an elite member, then of course you have to pay 15% upfront and then 45% in 3 months. That means you're paying 15% from your profit share every month if you're not an elite member. Now, I connect my account, right? I connect my account. I open it. Oh, come on. Too bad. Okay. Now, I connect my accounts. Here is my account connected. Sorry. Let's go here. Yeah. Now, exactly 18, today made it just 1 month. Today made it just 1 month that the account start trading with EndoTech. I don't come here if not for training to show people what's going on and all of that. I don't come here. How much was funded? $1,000. So like now, EndoTech trade both margin trading, that's future trading, and at the same time, margin trading, and at the same time, spot trading. I'm going to show you the strategy. Now, I actually get my account connected on the future trading because of the strategy I picked. If you look at it here, look at my account is trading. I'm not the one trading there. They do everything there. Now, if you go to my trade history, and let's say here, month. Now you can see that the account got started to trade on the 18th of February. So today made it 1 month exactly. Make sense? So it has traded for 1 month exactly, all right? And $1,000 already, it's about $2,400 thereabout, you know. And does that mean Endotech will not make some loss? Of course, they will make some loss. That's one of the reports when you go to Endotech platform and you check the report, you see when loss were made and all of that. So, but this is my account. So it is now, I now plan to open month. So $1,000 already is $2,471. One of the fantastic things that Endotech even compound as they're trading. Remember, this is your own Binance account. It's not Endotech Binance account. So now I say, wow. So I am now an institutional trader, right? So what I did is that look at the strategy. Endotech tells you this, like very, very open and transparent, of course, telling you, hey, we have what we call alpha or beta strategy. Now look at it. That these are the two types of categories of crypto elite and can choose from alpha or beta. What alpha is all about? Alpha strategy will execute both long and short position, and they require a margin exchange account. So alpha is characterized with a higher risk but a higher potential reward. So it means they will trade future trading. Okay, so that's what you see alpha, long and short positions. But beta, only long breakout trading. So what look at beta? Beta strategy represent long breakout trading only and do not require a margin exchange account, as there is no short selling. So beta implement the safer and more consistent approach for those with a lower risk appetite. So it means now when your account is trading on alpha strategy, it's more conservative. Okay, now I'm just showing you a kind of report for a particular year or some month that you can always check. I'm not going to do that. Now look at alpha, maybe doing about 2,289%, it's 39%. Then look at beta. One of the things is that beta too can help you to accumulate a coin against, fiat. Okay. Now, what strategy am I using right now? I'm using ETH and BTC Alpha. That's why you see my account. You saw that sometimes you see that if it is ETH that is doing well, sometimes you can see that they will short ETH, sometimes they will long ETH. Sometimes they will long BTC, and sometimes they will short ETH. And so in that order, I just see those reports. And those reports are always given to me in my mail. Okay, we short this. Okay, it's sold, it's bought, he bought that this, I bought that, and all of that. If you look at it here now, look at it, this analysis here. Now look at it, BTC was bought at $56,000 and BTC is at about $57,000 right now. So it's a long position, right? Okay, now look at ETH. It was sold. That is a short position at $1,842 and is at 1,773. And so that's where you're seeing the profit so far. Felix, am I the one to close this? No, I don't close anything. I don't do it. I don't alter the strategy they're using. And so the trade just continues. So this is totally hands-free, okay? Totally hands-free for me. I do not need to be there, to trade it. So the boats trade, with all of those strategy. And so you can read more about Endotech. You can chat with them. You can send them a mail, tell them to reply you and all of that. So it'll be telling you about institutional investor and all of that. So alpha, beta. So there are about 6 strategy. Look at my Endotech. Just sorry, come here. Yeah, just a moment. Let me log into this place. Oh my guys, this is this. Okay, so please prepare your questions because I wrap up already. I'm not going to be telling you about. I'm not going to be telling you about iGenius. There are so many services provided by iGenius, so big, right? So, but I'm not going there. So over time, we learn more on what to maximize. I told you, let's see. So if you're in US, you do not need VPN to log into iGenius, okay? You do not need VPN to log into EndoTech. You are free to log in. So you do need to hide. Don't need to use hidden of identity. Now, if you look at it, this is my account. Now you can see what strategy am I on. Go to my portfolio, right? Go to my portfolio. It's just because of training and that I don't come here. I don't have time for them because they give me every report in my mail. So I don't know. Like, let's go. Wait a moment. Let it come up to check my strategy. Okay, my portfolio. You can see every other thing is not picked. So which one is picked? Crypto Elite, Alpha, BTC, ETH, BTC Alpha. So there's the next one I want to add to my portfolio is ETH, BTC Beta. I want to know how it works. I want to see how it works. I love experimenting. Now, one of my friends, Greg in the States, was talking of, I think, his own strategy. Of course, because in the States, they can trade margin for them because they have to use Gemini, Coinbase Pro, and all of that. So they can trade margin and all of that. So for them there, and they cannot use Binance Global. They have to use Binance US. Okay. Now, he said this so fantastic for him, and so I said, okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add fund here to make use of this because when I want to start that, it has to tell me I want to start a new strategy. Okay. So I will have to say I want to start a new strategy. Let's go here. It's in the network. So I can now start to experiment ETH BTC beta and ETH beta. In fact, I just want to take all the strategy. Yeah, I love experimenting. Even if it's $1,000, it's not too much. $1,000, $1,000. So everything will like 6K. And then I'll see how it runs. Now, one of the things I always encourage people, if I have this, I can just leave it, let it be compounding. Let me see what happens in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, and then maybe it's going to be fantastic for me. So that's one of the things I just say, hey, I need to enlighten a lot of people because one of my friends called me and said, Felix, you didn't do well. You never told people about, what's it called? You never told people about 3COMMAS for so many years we've been using it. The truth is it. I've observed people when you share with them value system, they tell you it's too expensive. I have friends who told me that 3COMMAS was expensive. Because I remember when I joined 3COMMAS, I paid $900 for the first year. And he said, man, it's too expensive. I said, yeah, it will, because you didn't place value on it. It's not going to be expensive if you borrow money to join Ponzi scheme. I have friends that have borrowed money to spend 25 million naira on third-party platforms, and eventually this money, actually capsized on them. But they still go to borrow another money to join another Ponzi scheme. So I say, well, it's not a bad deal for me that I pay for real value and then take advantage of it. So like, assuming I want to add more strategy, just to say, okay, our strategy. I'm gonna say, yeah, read license, yeah. So click agreement, yeah, agree. So you can see what strategy do I want to add. So maybe it's crypto elite, okay, beta. So it's going to tell this which exchange, Binance or Binance US, Bitfinex or whatever. So I put it there. So I go here, I go to next, I put my whatever. Okay. So, but I'm not doing that now. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your coming and for time. And so we have done a lot of bootcamp today, and starting from 3COMMAS and all of that. So I'm going to take those questions right now.
Good evening, sir.
Please, can I read those questions first before you ask on your voice note?
All right, no problem.
Okay, so I'm taking the first question here. So please, if you start with 3COMMAS with $1,000, how many percentage can I get with it in 1 month? And new Please. Okay, I'm new. Please, my best friends invited me. Good evening. Okay, just if your best friend is close to you, just hug him. Say thank you very much for this opportunity because it's quite fascinating. You can look at me. I was very wicked, not to have sold people 3COMMAS. I've used 3COMMAS for 2 good years before I won't tell anybody. Does that mean it has not been everywhere? People are seeing it, but they don't see anybody to take them by their hands and oh shit, Felix, you're wicked. Yeah, true. Uh, does it mean that you don't like people to make money? Yeah, I do. But I discovered that people don't like paying for value. So sometimes I may not just have time to say it. So just hug your friend and say thank you very much. Now, you're talking about $1,000. Remember, this is not an investment that somebody is going to be investing for you. If you are new to cryptocurrency entirely, the first thing I would like you to know, yeah, you can set up your 3COMMAS while you are learning. So you need learning, okay? Yeah, I just hope somebody Dele, are you here? Is Dele in the house? Now I remember Dele when he started 3COMMAS. When Dele started 3COMMAS, he funded his account with $1,000, and he set a target for himself. He said, "Hey, you know what? I want to see maybe in the next 2 months. I think so. That's what he said. He said in the next 2 months maybe he can make his subscription fee. That's what he said. I think something like that. No, he said the first target was to make his subscription fee because he did advance, so give and take because of charges, everything should be around about $330. Let's call it $340 because of charges from Binance and all that. So he's like, if I trade for the first 1 month with $1,000, so I want to make my subscription fee, meaning he has a target to say, okay, $1,000, $340, I should do about 34%. Good. Now he said, okay, after I do that, I want to see in the next 3 months or 6 months, in the next 4 months, if I can make my money, if I can increase, I can trade my money up to $4,000 in the next 6 months. Fortunately, before 60 days, he bagged $4,000. Is it a guarantee for you? No. That was why we told people that when you start crypto, pay for value. This individual is on Bill With Me. On Bill With Me, what he subscribed for is $500. Yeah, it was lucky was because he started Bill With Me since last year, and that was $150. So this year, Bill With Me subscription is $500. You want to subscribe for Bill With Me. What is Bill With Me? He has access to information, coins to buy, to sell. Does that mean he cannot analyze? Why not? He can. But there's so many things you want to pay attention to. So just pay himself off so that research are done on some coin to buy and all of that. Because sometimes, certainly, you may start trading with more money than me, but I will make more money than you. That's why I tell people you can come to cryptocurrency with so much money, but with no knowledge or little knowledge, you go out of cryptocurrency with no money or little money. So with that, such person, of course, is subscribed for Bill With Me. But what I now say is that if anybody is in our community who join 3COMMAS through our community, what I do is that to give them a leverage of waiver of $150. So meaning to pay for Bill With Me, the fellow will pay $350 so that you can have access to information. But if you have been trading, you know much about crypto, you know how to analyze your market, you do not need to pay any nonsense money to anybody called Bill With Me or whatever. So $1,000, Felix is not going to tell you how much you make, but you can just see, for instance, you saw a coin, you saw like, for instance, Wabi, I just showed you guys, or how much? 320 something dollars. And in a month or a month, 2 days, it has done about 400 and something dollars. Now, I've traded BNB, I say BNB, sorry, or Cardano with $150. And in 2 months, what it made was $700. So that's $150. That's the month. $700 divided by 2, that's $350. That means in a month, it makes $350. Now look at it. The profit was not taken in USDT. The profit was taken in Cardano. Right now, the worth of that Cardano is about $2,100. So that means additional 2 portion of the $700. So imagine if I tell somebody that I use $150 to make $2,100 in 2 months. That's unbelievable. Now, but you can do it. So it all depends on the individual. So nobody's going to give you a guarantee of how much you're going to make, but you can, of course, you can make 20%, 50%, 100%, whatever. So it all depends on you. So nobody's going to give you a guarantee, okay? Amazing, smart traders, okay? I had a challenge linking KuCoin to 3COMMAS. No, it's not difficult, okay? the strategy of linking 3COMMAS, KuCoin, I may not be able to do that right now. Maybe after the class, you can chat on with us and then put it through. But the problem is this. You don't use the same strategy of linking, because if you go to KuCoin, because I think I have KuCoin linked to my 3COMMAS. Yeah, because I trade smart trade on 3COMMAS. I think I trade crypto CRO on my 3COMMAS, on my KuCoin, something like that. Yeah, let me check. Let's check Mr. Crow. So of course, certainly I trade Crow on, yeah, okay. I trade Crow on, okay, Bitrez, but I think I set a funny, I was training, okay, I think the day I was doing linking of KuCoin with 3COMMAS was when I finished linking it and I also set a smart trade on that. You're gonna see that. Let's go, let's check. Okay, here we go. This 3COMMAS, let's go, okay. Come on. Yeah, it's coming in. So it's not the same pattern you use in Binance that you use on KuCoin. The KuCoin is going to ask you for merchant stop.
Trading clever.
Pardon? Yeah, okay. I think this is KuCoin for, yeah, this is KuCoin. My account is linked on KuCoin here. So there's a different setting you're going to use on KuCoin, not just like, it's going to say something like, I can't log into my KuCoin here, because, and maybe after now you can have to ask if you have a challenge there. We can find a way for ironing out for you so that you know how to do that. Okay, the person that asked the question. Okay, your 3COMMAS doing it good. Also, tell us about the subscription fee for Pro account. Subscription for Pro account is Pro account on the 3COMMAS is $594 if you use a link of who invited you, and so give and take. If you're gonna spend about, let's say, $650. You know why? Somebody called me one time. Somebody helped him to subscribe, and he said, "I don't know why this person charged me $650." And I discovered that what was taken was just $594. Please take note. There are two people that's going to collect charges. Number one is coin payment. Coin payment will add their own charges, and then Binance where you're withdrawn, because specifically 3COMMAS coin payment we pay. If you're using USDT, they pay through ERC20, and Binance is going to charge about $20 or 20 something bucks. I don't know how much it charge now on ERC20, and then coin payment is going to charge. So at a point you may see that if I have paid for somebody one day and I've calculated that within that range, I have to use my money to pay additional $40. Okay, so give and take, calculate $650 or $700. So just create that, so that then. So I've said the advantage of the Pro account is that you can trade unlimited. Exchange can be added. You can trade composite. Composite means you can add many coins on a particular deal and set the deal, and then can be trading in alternating as you want. Okay, maybe I love about 5 coins, or I've analyzed about 5 or 7 coins or 10 coins. I can just open one bot for it, and all of them will be combined in that. So Pro account is $594, but by the time you pay your charges, you're going to be up to more than maybe $650 or thereabout. So how many days can one open on this board at a time? As many as you want, unlimited, okay? Unlimited. Okay, and how long can you hold the trade? Non-stop. Non-stop. As long as you want, non-stop, okay? Yeah, non-stop. All right, somebody say, hey, so I have a question. Go ahead and say, how can you know the available fund for trading? Come on, how do you understand? How can you know the available fund for trading? You're going to see that when you want to open a new bot, Now, this is what I tell people. See, when you trade, when you are trading, you need a trading book. I've been telling people I train, I tell them you need a trading book, so that if I come into the market and I bring in $1,000, should be denoted, should be written down. I come into the market with $1,000. And then if you are going to allocate it to 3 coins or 4 coins, should be written down. Okay, this coin. Because when you are trading, you allocate, and your deviation or your safety, your boat may have not picked it, and you set another boat. That's where you have insufficient fund. No, you have to be meticulous in doing that. So you need a trading book. So it's part of your training when you want to be effective in trading. So it's you that can determine it with your strategy. So it's not a boat that will tell you that, okay? So I have a question. So how can, okay, somebody say, hey, in summary, you must understand the coin before using smart trade. Yeah, not even just understanding the coin. You want to know that, okay, this coin, like there are coins I have followed and they are breaking out. You know, that there was a time, look at it. Somebody said, when we enter a trade, let me check, fuel. Now a call, we make a trading call for fuel on View With Me. And everybody got it. Everybody opened fuel. And that was a trading call made on our platform. And because the fuel was down, the person was like, just sold it. The call was made on the 1st of March, and the trade was completed on the 13th of March, so about 13 days. At in between, fuel came down drastically, and the person sold at loss. But look at it, fuel completed trade for me at 65% in 13 days. Okay? But the person already gone out of the market. So you must understand the coin you are trading. That's why we tell people is that knowledge is very, very important. But your knowledge is that you are trading as a social trader. So not just like your own knowledge alone. That's why you belong to a community, to share ideas, to get information and be double sure what you are doing. Not pump and dump. I hate pump and dump. I've seen a lot of friends that come around, they are in pump and dump group, say, we just did 1,000%. I said, the day is going to hit you down. I'm sorry. A lot of people had, have their hands burned crazily or in the name of pump and dump. Reasonable money have been dumped off because of pump and dump. Let's be very careful because that's not what we encourage when it has to do with trading. You have to be meticulous in your trading, okay? Please, when do you composite? Okay, I think I've talked about that. BUSD, is it same as USDT? No, they are the same function, but they are not the same. BUSD is Binance USD. That is a stable coin for Binance. USDT is Tether. So, but they are both stable coin. So, but they are not the same. Okay. Will base order size always be bigger than safety order size? Not at all. Now, if I've traded like now, I traded XVS at a point from $3 and I followed the market until it got to $101. Now, when it get there, I expected a big pullback on XVS. So I have to reduce my base order size and increase my safety size. Why? So that it will buy small at the top, and as the market is crashing, it buy more. So when the market is returning, then it sell and give me more profit. So it's dynamic. So it's not always, okay? It's not always. Somebody say, okay, with EndoTech and Hygienus after paying all these fees, can someone steal 5S or can someone steal 4X or 5S in equity in a year? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, but you have just said I've done 1X on my capital. Is it 1X? 1X plus already in 1 month on my capital, but that's not the guarantee. I don't know. My own concern is that there's no how, whatever amount of money I'm going to put is going to justify for what I pay, okay? So nobody's going to tell you I'm going to do 10X, 20X and all of that. Hope you recorded this one. Really giving me value, okay? Gina, don't worry, you're going to get it, okay? God bless you, okay? This information is worth more than the good. God bless you. Okay, does EndoTech have a stop loss to preserve your equity? I don't know. But one of the things is this. Do you know, I observe one thing. EndoTech is not as aggressive as I'm aggressive. I've seen it. They have like a very big safety size. They don't trade with all your money. And I saw that they trade with partition, compound, and all of that. So they trade more very conservative more than me. Because if you're me, there's no how you trade margin trading or future trading and at the point you don't get liquidated because of greed, and at the point you have to sell off at loss and all of that. So imagine you have all your, maybe you are using cross margin, and then at the end of the day the whole money is drained out. So but I thought that they have been very conservative. So either they use stop loss, I don't know, but for me I do more spot trading, and that's why I don't use stop loss on my 3COMMAS. All right. okay, when I'm using small capital and I'm taking profit even on the 3 commas board, wouldn't that take my capital finish on time while the market is still bullish? Come on, this one is, I don't understand. when I'm trading with small capital. I've traded with $10. I've traded with $10. I've done a lot of experiments on my trading strategy because some person want to tell you that if you have big money, that's when you can make money. That's not true. Yeah, it favors you. It's an advantage for you to have big money, but it's not a yardstick that until you have big money before you can make money in crypto. I've traded with $10, and then that okay, $10. Okay, safety size $10. Then the base size $30. So $40. And in 1 month, it did $139. So that $139, what should I do? I double it up, to start trading. So you talk about your strategy. Sometimes you are trading with little money and you are so hasty. And somebody is saying, hey, I just made 1,000%. Say, which coin? Let me enter it. That's not true. That's not good. At the end of the day, you just lose the money and then you now be jumping here and there. So you just need to be disciplined. That's true. Why this for trading on Binance with 3 commas? What time frame do you sell? No. Not it's not me. It's the 3 commas board that do the algorithm. So my spot trading on Binance, using my 3 commas, I'm not the one to set all of those parameters. I'm just to input my figures and go away. So if I'm doing manual trading, that's when you can ask me about my time frame. So when I'm checking my market analysis on my Binance, I want to trade with my trading view or whatever. So normally I tell people, see, when it has to do with trading, 3 partition of trading: spot, holding, swing, and day trading or scalping. When you are doing swing trading, the best time forever you using for a market time frame is 4 hours. When it has to do with trend, breakout or swing trade, the best time is 4 hours. Now, as an investor of holders, the best time is day, 1 day. Those people who do scalping, day traders and all that, you use 1 hour, 30 minutes, 5 minutes even, and all of that. Because for me, 4 hours is the best that give you the break even you want to use. So it's not 3 commas. So 3 commas have all the algorithm they use. So my only just to compute my necessary pattern of take profit and I go away. Okay. So please kindly demonstrate how to take profit in another coin different from your quotes. I don't understand. How to take profit. Take profit is take profit. My take profit will not be same as your take profit. I've just used a yardstick for you. When it has to do with altcoin, I can use take profit of 5%, 6%, 3%, even 7%, depending on the volatility of the coin. But when it has to do with BTC, maximums will be 2%, if not 1%. So if you're talking about demonstrate how to take profits in another coin, it all depends on the coin you are trading. That's why when you are trading, you need to understand the coin you are trading. All right. So take profit is not a fixed parameter. It's a very flexible and dynamic parameters depending on the coin. For someone who cannot afford yearly subscription for now, can he do for a month and later shift to a yearly? Why not? I have somebody who have done that, and then I have somebody who have done that, and within 2 weeks, he subscribed for 1 month, and he started trading with $1,000, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm sure maybe the person is here. And within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, not up to that 1 month, he has made up to, is it $500 or thereabout? I think give me the screenshot there, maybe about $500. So he just took out that money now and subscribed for 1 year. In fact, I think he has made money and now subscribed for $350 for Be With Me. I was surprised when he told me, he said, please send me your USDT wallet. I want to subscribe for. I was like, come on. So he was so dedicated to it. So why not? It's not a must that, okay, if I don't have money, I should phone my hands. What I will tell you is that the moment you open your account on 3 commas and you don't have money, utilize that 3 days very effectively. After the 3 days, then you can use the free account. But of course, to move faster, you need to subscribe. So rather than waiting until you have money for 1 year, why not do 1 month? Why not? It's not a bad deal. So in 1 month, you'll be so curious. You'll be so aggressive. I'm not saying you should go and do Ponzi scheme there. So you'll be aggressive in order to make money and subscribe. Yeah, why not? You can do that. And I have some persons too, because when they subscribe for 1 month, they share with friends. Remember, when they share with friends, that's another way of generating money. As they subscribe for 1 month, they share with friends. And so are their friends sign on and all of that, they make money through the affiliate commission, because every friends that you directly sign on and then that pay for their subscription, you make 25% of their. Imagine you have 10 friends who subscribe. So like call it friend. You imagine you have 10 like minds, so not friends, because some of your friends don't believe in what you believe in. So 10 like minds that love it. For me, when I signed up, was I looking for, okay, the referral bonus, they're going to pay the person who told me about 3COMMAS? I was not doing that. I was looking for value for myself. And so you have 10 friends, persons or clients that have come in and they subscribe. Probably they've been subscribed to Pro more than you. So 25% of $594 multiplied by 10, you know how much is it? Then you can now use it, just subscribe. You can use it from your back office to just pay and upgrade your account. Okay, if I have 3COMMAS linked with my Binance, when I'm registering for EndoTech, can I use same Binance account or have open a new account? I open a new account, so don't use the same. I've said it here. In smart trade, if the market doesn't go up to the take profit and rather dips, will it close when it hits the trailing take profit? If it hasn't, do you know what we mean by trailing take profit? Trailing take profit means you want to take profit at 50%. When you get to that 50% take profit, it won't take it. It will follow the market up. That's what I mean by trailing take profit. It's not a stop loss. Trailing take profit is that it helps you to make more money, even more than what you expected. Sometimes when you put this regret, you bought a coin and you have set the market to sell that coin. And it sold at 20%. And that coin end up doing 300% that day. You say, oh my God. So that's what trailing is going to help you to do. It trailed the market to the top. And until it starts drilling down, you give a percentage of deviation. So trailing take profit is not what you're referring to, okay? But you have what is called trailing stop loss, all right? Let me show you something. Trailing stop loss is fantastic. How? If it's a coin I'm not too certain about, because a coin I value and I want to stay on it, I don't use stop loss, because let it dip. When it starts returning, I make my profit. But if it's a coin I'm not too certain about and all of that, I can use stop loss. Now, if you look at it, trailing stop loss help you to still be at profit even when you hit stop loss. Look at it. Let me show you one. Let me show you guys one here. You're gonna look at stop loss finished. Stop loss finished and it gave me plus 12%. Stop loss finished and it gave me plus 12%. Right? Let's check here. Stop loss finished, okay, is 0.66%. Stop loss finish give me 7.34%. Stop loss finish. Stop loss finish gave me 12.82%. So why did it give me this profit, even when it was a stop loss? So there were other stop loss that it was a total loss anyway. Why? Because I used trailing stop loss. What does trailing stop loss does? Trailing stop loss is that I set a stop loss at 7%. And I want to take profit at 50% or 30%, okay? And now you have set a stop loss, right? You have set a stop loss. You have set a stop loss at 7%. Now, the market start moving. The market start moving. As the market is moving, see what the trailing stop loss is going to do. It's going to be following the market movement by adjusting your stop loss by that 7%, but moving along with the movement of the market. Now, look at what happened. The more the market move, now at the end of the day, you want to take profit, right? Look at trailing stop loss. Now, you say stop loss here, 7%. And you went ahead and put what? Trailing. Now, when the market move and you want to take profit, at, let's say, 40%, or let's say 30%. Now the market has moved and gets to 20%, never got to 30%. So because never got to 30%, your take profit will not be triggered. But from that 20%, the market start moving back. Do you know what your trailing stop loss has done? The time the market gets to 20%, your stop loss is going to be calculated from that 20%. So 20% minus 7% is 13%. So when 27% is away, then you get to still remaining 13% is stop the market and cut you from the market. So cutting you from the market will be a win-win stuff. Rather than you losing out entirely because you never got to your 30% take profit, it got to 20%. So it's going to calculate 7% minus from 20%, remaining will be 13%. And that's why you see that stop loss finished will be additional 12%, additional 7% in that order. So trailing stop loss, if I must use stop loss on my smart trade, I must activate trailing stop loss so that at the end of the day, it will still give me win-win style, right? So that's what you do about stop loss, okay? Why is my trade on 3COMMAS showing 0 deal since yesterday? Yeah, of course, because it has not taken profit. Yeah, 0 deal because it has not hit any profit. So you set a deal, set a market, and it has not hit it, has not completed a deal, then it's 0 deal because it has not taken any profit. And probably the coin you are choosing, I don't know the parameter you use in choosing the coin, or probably your take profit percentage is too bogus. And so you have to check all of these things. So it's not going to just be, hey, complete a deal because a day has passed. No, it's going to complete a deal when it gets to the percentage you expected. So no deal. Let me show another one. I pick a coin and it has dropped drastically and eventually again has moved up, but it has not completed a deal and it's going to show 0 deal completed. Let me just open a particular coin I was playing around with on Xpress. It's called Hydro. Yeah, there we go, Hydro. Okay, Hydro, come on. It's coming on. Yeah, look at it. Look at Hydro. So I've said Hydro and then from 2 Satoshi and then it has not been sold. You want to sell at 3 Satoshi, nothing will happen. And look at it, see 0 deal. Completed deal 0, so nothing. So no trade has taken, no profit taking has taken place. So that's why it's in the okay. 0 deal yesterday, yeah. In this year, when the market moves up from the entry point and it hits the take profit, will it rebuy immediately at the current price with the same order size? Absolutely. And that's why when you are setting your deal, you see something here. There are strategy over time when you start learning more. You may not buy immediately depending on what your setting is. But in most cases, in order not to give yourself a headache, you just leave it at what we call buy as soon as possible. Look at it here. It's a condition, deal start condition, open new trade as soon as possible. So immediately you finish buying and sell, you enter the market back. That's what I say, buy low, sell high, and repeat the action continually as far as the market continues to move up. And if market didn't move up, it has bought, and market didn't move up, market come down. And when the market come down by the percentage of your deviation, it will take part of that money for your deviation and buy more, and then cancel the take profit initially set to now check the new price, average price, and now take profit from there. So that's how it does. So it's going to using the same. It's not going to take additional money from your profit. It repeats that same game set you have given to it. It's on several cases now when you now want to like use advanced setting over time. You say, okay, don't enter market until you get to this. Don't enter market until you get to this volume. I don't see anybody who said that. So it's more advanced over time. You now know how to use it. I mean, want to enter a market. I want the market until it comes to a particular price. I'll come and fix the price here. And then even when the boat is open, it's not going to trade until that market crashes down to that level. Right? Yeah, so somebody's asking, why don't you use 5 minutes when it's frequently is high? I don't use that. I'm not a scalper. And then the time determines, when you're talking about 5 minutes or time determines, when you are using your bot, you are not the one analyzing the algorithm that is trading interval, right? It is when you want to manually trade by yourself, you're now checking time frame and all of that. And remember, when you are checking time frame to analyze a market before you set your bot, you want to just know more detail about how this market is going to go. So it's only persons who is scalping. I'm not a scalper. I don't have energy for scalping. But eventually you see that my boat will still scalp and swing for me. So you don't use, you want to come to the market. There's no place here to start analyzing that here. And so if I want to enter a market, I want to manually scalp. That's why you want to be using those minutes and all of that. So I don't scalp. I hold and I swing. Thank God for boats that give me some. That's why you see that I trade my coin more against and take profit in base currency, because I will accumulate more of that coin, called farming trading. So that to accumulate, maybe I can use $150 to accumulate. Okay, imagine Cardano, use $150 to trade Cardano for more than this, and they'll give me $700, and has accumulated more of the coin, more than what I would have just bought at a go. So it's not applicable. Okay. Can someone else connect to my account? Yeah, it's your choice. If you want to do that, you can do that. Felix advise you. No, I'm not going to do that, because I know money is a spirit. So when it start happening, because there's no how you're going to analyze somebody's money separate from your own. You are jubilating that you have made money, but someone's account that is doing that. Well, it's your choice. That one is personal. Okay. My account without opening a new account. All right. I meant, why is my trade in 3COMMAS showing 0 active deals? Yeah, no deal has completed. You say, I've answered you this question. Okay, when setting safety order, step scale, do you compare to 3COMMAS? What do you mean? What is your, somebody saying this? When setting safety order step scale, do you use marginal settings? Yeah, of course. It depends on the coin. Like me, if I expect a coin to pull back very well, right? That's when I use those scale. Maybe I've traded a coin. Let me use a case of SVS. I've traded it very well. It has done so massively well, and I expect a pullback, and I still want to be in the market. Like when I expected about 30% to 35% drop in BTC, I scale. I use marginal scale. So instead of like nominal, 111, repeat the same volume. No, I use it like 2.1. So that means if we buy $10 now, it's going to buy $10 times 2 and 0.1. So that means about $20, $21 in the next one, or $31 in the next one. In the other one, in that order, you see that the last base is going to buy like 300 or 500 or 700, starting from $10. So that scale is important if you understand what you are doing per time. Yes, that scale is it makes a lot of sense. What's your experience with Conix boats compared to 3COMMAS? Conix boats is good, but I don't rely on it. Conix boats is good. Every boat are good. I've used about 9 different retail boats. Conix boat is good. Why not? So, but out of 9 boats I've used already, there's none that's compared to, as an optimum, a premium boat like 3COMMAS for me, because so many things I've used 3COMMAS. There are so many things we have not used in 3COMMAS. And they're always updating, adding more new features and all of that. So, but Conix, why not? If it's working for you very well, make a lot of sense. The DCA boat in the DCA, does it mean the new cost price means the base currency now bought at the total price of the initial base order size and the safety order size at that price? It's complicated. Does that mean the base currency? Okay, base currency now bought at the total price. Base order size. You want to say base order size? I should assume that. But what you mean by base currency and quote currency? Base currency simply means the coin you are buying, you want to trade. Why quote currency is the money you want to use in buying the coin. So if BTC you are using to buy Ethereum become a base currency. Why Bitcoin become a quote currency? So if you are using USDT to trade any coin, the coin you are trading the USDT with is a base currency, while the USDT is the quote currency. Now, if you say base order size, when the market have bought, they are bought with the base order size. And there's a safety, that is a deviation happen, and they use the safety size to buy. Now, it's now going to take a cost average. Now, taking the cost average, that new cost average become the price for the base order size at that point. And then when it finishes selling, it's going to enter with the volume of the base size, okay? So after I take the cost average, it's going to enter with the base size. The base size enter again. If there's a deviation, it buy more. There are cases where your boat has bought a cost average and the market crash again. It will buy more with the deviation and take the average, which become the base size and the average cost, the new cost price. Then until you exhaust even your safety size down, maybe you say 5 out of 5, then it's out of range. The market dropped drastically out of the range. Now nothing will happen. You'll be negative until the market start returning back. It's on that note, when the market is crashing more, I increase my deviation. So it's not a must that my deviation should, my safety size should be completed up to 5. It can stop at 3 and the market start returning. Yeah, it makes sense. My profit start taking from there and continue on that. Okay. Somebody says, what means, okay, that means DCA is better deployed to coin that has lot of pullback or catch up to do against. There's no time you cannot deploy disabled. So it's not like a lot of pullback or catch up. It depends on you anyway. But for instance, you want to enter a market and all of that. So where you will not take profit, you have set a parameter is going to be taking profit for you. So it all depends to me. And what I do again is that if I've traded a particular coin over and over again, I use SBS so much. And now, after you have traded, or let somebody have traded Alice, my neighbor, and he has traded it from the beginning, maybe from $11, and it has moved to about $42. And as soon as you get to 42, 45, and you have made so much profit, you can stop the boat, just sell it at market price and delete the boat and go away from it. And if you still like such coin, you allow it to pull back again and enter the market back. Or if you know that that coin have more probability of moving up, then you just increase your deviation and let it be. Okay. Can I use audio to ask the question? Yeah, when I pop out all the question, it's like you don't apply the advanced setting when it comes to setting deals condition. It's not all the time. It is when I see a particular coin, like I applied it on my ENJ because I was waiting for ENJ to come down to, as low as 0.96. So in that case, I have to use my advance so that my price, I will set my price I want the boat to start. If I don't use the advance, the boat will start with whatever market price, okay? Yeah, you can use both trailing take profit and take both. In fact, you can use trailing in all the three. Take profit, buy. If you use trailing buy, it won't buy maybe when the market is still dipping. It will follow the market down until the market is now recovering back before it buys, depending on what price increase you want to do. Like here, right here. Let's go here. Just go here. Okay. Okay. So for instance, you want to buy, right? So you have used limits order, and then you can say, hey, you know what? You can open trailing buy. So you can use trailing buy. So, but in trailing buy now, so you have put it there, at the price you want to buy, maybe you have said, okay, I want to buy this coin at about $6, all right? I want to buy this coin at $6, for instance. I don't know which coin is that. Now you have put the price, $6. And then there you go, you put trailing. And then when you put trailing, you now say, okay, maybe 5%. What do you mean by this 5%? Now, when you get to $6, it's not going to buy. Now, as the market continues to go down, it trail it down. Then until market now start returning, when the market start recovery up to like 5% before it buys. So you can use it both in buy, in take profit, and stop loss. So, but you have to understand market that, sometimes when people, when they open market, they want it to trigger immediately. You don't trade like that. Sometimes people want to trade. Just enter market. You never buy from me. No, you don't be in a haste. You understand the trend of such market. So I can set a market to buy for the past 5 days and it has not bought. Maybe in the 6 days it bought. And then in that 6 days when it bought, just drastically start spiking up. And so maybe in 2-3 days additional, I will have finished my market. But you bought and the market crashed down the more. You say, oh my God. And you didn't have money to buy more. So when you are using smart trade, so that does it. So you can as a matter of fact. Okay, this person said, can I use voice note to ask it? Okay, so unmute yourself, this person, and ask the question since you want to ask more so that we can wrap up.
Hello, good evening, sir. Hello, good evening, sir. Please, I want to ask a question concerning this subscription.
Okay.
We have professionals, and I don't know what's the actual amount in Naira, because most of those things are in dollar.
Nobody will give you actual amount in Naira, because if I give you actual amount in Naira, it's whatever you buy your USDT or Bitcoin in the market that will be the actual amount in Naira. Don't give Naira.
Okay. What's the rate?
Somebody is going to the market and then he's asking me if I want to subscribe for both. The dollar is fixed, right? But the Naira is fluctuating against the dollar. So
okay, what's the range? Like the one for starter, advanced, and pro. What's the range? Not the actual, just the range.
No, I won't give you range. If somebody asks me, I want to sign up, I will say, go to the market now. Go to let's go to Binance, for instance. And somebody wants to use Binance to buy or want to use like SQ to buy, let's check. So because you have to save yourself from that stress of because people are very used to Naira. They can be very, how would I call them? People are used to Naira. They can be very, there's something like that. I don't know what to call them. Once you have said it is 180,000 Naira, and then while you are doing the transaction, there was a shortfall, and they need to make up 10,000 Naira. Just call them. Sorry, what you send is not enough. What are you telling me? What do you mean? You told me it's this, so come on, you want to cheat me and all that. So you just tell them, you know what? How much is in Naira? Whatever is the rate as at the time you want to start is the Naira rate. So if anyone tell you this is the range,
okay,
range.
Let me ask, like this premium now, which is $49.5. If I multiply it, is it equivalent, like a range? Is it equivalent to 300,000 or 300 and something thousand for 1 year of this pro?
You are still repeating a question that I would never answer that way you want me to answer it. Anytime somebody can, okay, let me tell you now. When Nigeria, the CBN mentioned about BTC, cryptocurrency something, we're buying NGN, Naira NGN at how much? At about 485 Naira per dollar, all right? Mm-hmm. And I think that same day, it came down to 440. So it means anybody who is doing that time is going to get at 440. Imagine when you have activated an account, maybe $600 worth of BTC to activate to somebody at 440. And it goes about, say, how much did you use to activate? Say, if you calculate $600 or let's say $650 or whatever, not even 600, because at that time, what Binance was charging for withdrawing USDT was $5. Okay. So $5, and maybe these guys, coin payment may charge $10. So $594, all right, plus $10, all right, plus $5. That is 609, right? 609 multiplied, yeah, 609 multiplied by 440. So that's about 267,960, right?
All right. I've gotten what I want.
No, come on. You have not gotten it, so that don't put yourself in trouble. I've been in this case. So I'm trying to let you know something here. Now, immediately you have done this, even the coin payment charge is not fixed. Now, the next time you want to activate $594, the moment you click on coin payment may add $30 to it, right? Okay. Now, you now come to Binance. You are still calculating that Binance is charging $5. It happened to us in the office well to do. Now, Binance was now charging $20. That is 644. Then the Naira rate has moved to 490 Naira or 490.34, as you can see here. Multiply by 490.34. 315,778. Let that man that got it 267 As this man go to him and said, I just activated my account, you are going to receive one funny call. Is that how you cheat people?
Okay, I understand that part. But anybody that was able to get at 200 or anybody that is able to get at 300,000 can as well do this 15,000 on top of it. I've gotten the range of what I want. Then my second question is this, sir. I did a trade of USDT cheese, that's CHZ, since Saturday night, and the thing got to a point that the trades the coin started going down. So it has been down all this time, and where the boot placed take profit, they have not gotten to that point. I don't know. Should I sell the coin? Should I cancel the trade and lose? I'm losing at like $34, or it trade $34, $40.
Then you never understand crypto trading. Market drop against you. This is not a perishable, and this is not Forex. Okay. You have nothing to lose, no permanent loss in crypto, and no permanent profit. If the profit presents itself to you on the table and you didn't take it, the market will collect it back. And if you are lost and you are not under emotion, the market will give it to you thereafter. But if you sell, nobody lose unless he sells, and nobody make profit unless he sells. So the market drop against you, and it's part of the thing we have just said here. Market is going up, and I made some profit, and I observed that, okay, market has trended so much. Like cheese did a massive move. There's no Jupiter, there's nobody to tell you too much, either technical analysis or not, that you know that sentimentally, after a pump up of a coin, there should be a pullback. Then what should I do? It's on that note, not when market has dropped, that I start moving, hey, what should I do? Let me adjust. No, I've traded, and the market is about to pull back. I will increase my deviation so that I can still cope and buy more deep. Or I will exit the market at that point and then wait for, or take my money to another coin, or probably wait for that particular coin to come down. So not when it has dipped and you say, let me sell it at loss. The more you are wasting your coins at loss, because that's what we do to cut loss in Forex. You have to sell and then enter back so that you're able to cut some losses. If you do that in crypto, over time, you just see that you are floating because you are concerned about USDT. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So crypto is that you have to trade like a broker, a stockbroker. So you are more going to be concerned about your stock and not the value of the stock. So when the value of the stock go up very well, if you never sold, like somebody was calling me the other day, I said, I have my market, I have my marketplace. Look at it, for instance. I was telling the person that I have my marketplace for a long time at $59,000 to sell Bitcoin. And even when we bought it at $45,000. And then when it got there, it sold, and the market crosses to 61,000. I didn't bother myself because I was waiting for it to pull back, and then now it was when I have sold at 59, and then I think there was a particular one I still set at 61 or 62K. Now, the person have to call me later and said, please, when BTC came down to $54,000, okay, you can see that I have another market set at how much? $62,850. $62,850. Now, when the BTC came back to 54 was when the person was calling in. So I sell my market. I said, it's your choice. He said, because it's coming down. And I said, sell now if you want to sell. He said, I don't know. It's like my money is just reducing. Such person needs training. While you have started the market, you need to undergo training, thorough training. And that's why when person tells you that in cryptocurrency, it's more of psychology. In fact, trading generally is more of psychology. If you get the psychology proper, then if you don't get the psychology, I can tell you, you just be, just like I think I listened to a funny message they sent. Somebody say, I don't know what's happening. I always buy when the market is going up, and I will sell when it drops. I will repeat it again and go and buy. Why? He has not trained himself. That's why I say when you come to crypto market with so much money, with no knowledge or little knowledge, you will go out with no money or little money. But you can come into cryptocurrency with little money, but with one fantastic knowledge, I can tell you, you will come out with much money, right? So imagine the person who said he wants to sell at $54,000, probably because he had that, where probably with one Bitcoin may pull back to 48,000. Do you know what he's consoling himself? Okay, if I sell at 54, I will buy at 40, I'll buy at 48. There is no common sense you to short a market in a bull run. A crypto on a bull run, you are shorting the market. No, a pullback will not stay longer like a bull market in a bull run. So the best way is that if you never sold at the top and it has pulled back and you now want to cut it at the middle, immediately you now finish selling at 54, the market now return and go to 56, 57. You will just say, I said it. I said it. They have followed me from my village. If not, how can I sell finish at 54? Is now the market. Are you the only person in the market? So anything that never made you to sell, that's why sometimes in our community, when the market is up, I'll tell you, every trader that take the profit from the table never go broke. Secondly, you don't get too high jumped. You don't get too high jumped to always deploy your USDT to the market at the same time. No matter how the market look good, you always need to have reserve of USDT because market may surprise you. And those are the things that build your portfolio faster. You get it?
All right, sir. I want to ask one more question. I don't know, is it advisable for someone to get a loan and do this?
Someone to do what?
Get a loan and do.
You will never ask me. No. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Frankly speaking, no. But you may ask me, Felix, can you take a loan and put in crypto? The answer is practical yes. If I will give me your money now, I will collect it and pay you some percentage. But when you are coming in and then as a new person and all of that, and say, let me take loan and enter. Now, that loan you take psychologically is going to be controlling you. Number one, when you buy a coin, look at how you're going to be controlled if you take a loan. Look at it. Let me show you something. Look at how you're going to be controlled when you take a loan to start crypto. Right? It doesn't mean that it's bad. Oh, you mean I cannot take loan if I have access to loan? Felix will not cancel you that. But can Felix take loan? Why not? Because I know what I'm doing. But as a starter, you are going to be under pressure. And once you're under pressure, you make silly mistakes. Right? Look at what's going to happen to you. Even when others are smiling, your face will be frowning. Let me show you. I want to show you something now. When you take a loan, this is what you are going to be doing. Take a loan. Okay, let's come here. Come on. All right. When you take a loan and you bought this coin, yes. Are you married?
No. No, I'm not married.
Okay, a married man who took loan and bought coin in this, right? And then it's now reading 50% loss. He's going to sell it off and say, make people money no come class finish so that I can borrow money and add up to pay back. Now, when he gets back home, he opened the system and see this type of thing. The wife just say honey. He say, don't honey me. Those things is not time for honeymoon. How many times are we going to be doing honeymoon? Because no, it's not honeymoon time. You are going to be controlled psychologically. You will not be able to make healthy decisions. But is it possible for a person to take loan and do well in crypto? Yes. But do I advise anybody to take loan? No. Felix, this is oxymoron. What are you saying? You say it's not bad. You say it's bad. Which one are you to do? It is a personal decision.
Yeah. The loan is spread out for 3 years.
Pardon?
I think it's spread out for 3 years. I think it's something I can do. Just considering it.
It's a personal decision. You know?
Okay. Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've tried tonight, and I'm sure that
my hands are raised. My hands have been raised.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening, sir. Okay. My question is on smart trade. I tried setting up smart trade, and my USDT balance was showing 0. But I went back to my boat, and there was USDT on the DCA part. But coming back to the smart trade, it showed 0. So I don't know if I was doing something wrong. Why it will be showing 0 on the smart trade side?
No. Which exchange? How many exchange do you have on your 3COMMAS?
Just one, just Binance, one Binance exchange.
Then if any money that maybe the fund you are seeing on your DCA boat, because there's a reserve money that your DCA boat have not used, but does that mean that the money was available? No. You have to check your balance. If you go to your Binance, for instance, and you click on your wallet, for instance, you may see that you have money, right? In your USDT, for instance, you may see that you have money, but it's on order. Some of the money you have is on order. You have to see what is available balance. Let me show you guys something. You have to see what is in available balance. Let's say, let's do this like this. Like, look at it. This is USDT, right? Now, it's showing you have total of $1,000 here. But look at what is in order, $953. So what is available is just this. There will be situation that you have $1,000, $1,021, and about $1,000 is on order, and what is available is just $21. So you have to see what is available. Okay?
Okay.
You have to check your.
I even tried selling off some coins because I really wanted to set up the smart.
See, this is part of the thing that
yesterday I sold up some other coins, but it still showed 0. So I don't know. Okay, I'll check it again, sir. I'll check it again. Then secondly, sir,
there's something you are not doing right. And please, let me tell you something again. In your trade, always plan your trade. Don't be under pressure. And you must not trade all coins. Now, when you trade and the profits on the table, you take it, you always allow cool off, because there will be some opportunity coins that will come. Maybe a signal is sent and you want to enter and all of that. So you have to allow yourself to plan yourself. I always tell people you must not trade too many coins to make it in crypto. Okay. Yeah, you say you wanted to ask something because our time is fast spent.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, sir.
First of all, thank you for the time you're giving to us. My question actually is on the DCA. You made mention of something like from the base order size. Then when you make a purchase with the initial base order size, and when the market dips, probably if my question is, if the market dips and it touches the deviation, let's say maybe the deviation is 15, for example, and the safety order size is activated. So you said the cost average, the new price will be the average of the initial price, that's the initial base order size, and the price at which the safety order size is activated. So let's say, for example, if the order size is 50, for example, like maybe $50, then probably you bought a coin at the rate of $1 per coin, and you bought $50 worth of it. That's the $50 base order size. Then probably it dips and it hits the deviation. So, and the safety order size is activated and it buys more of that coin. worth $10. So now the price, the new average price, does it mean that it will be the total amount of the $50 that it was used initially plus the $10 that was used at the safety order size at that level? Does it mean that the total amount of those two, because that means it makes $60 altogether that you are using to buy that particular coin at that moment when it's the deviation. So now the question is that, does it mean that that price, the coin is now bought at that new cost price? That's the average
New
price.
cost price.
Yeah, with the amount of $60. So let's say, for example, maybe it jumped from $1 to 85 cents. Does it now mean that you are now buying the coin at the rate of 85 cents with that $60? Is that what it means?
Yes, that's cost average. Once you have calculated the cost average, what is cost average? If something have repeated 2, 3, 4, 5 times, they add it together and now divide to get the average cost. And that's the new cost price. And the moment they get the new cost price, it will cancel the previous take profit and now calculate if it's 2% or 3% that's your take profit. It will now calculate that 2% or 3% from the new cost price.
New cost
But
price.
you must take note that once it sets the new cost price and now sets take profit at 3%, now the new cost price form that's your base on that size now, where the next deviation will be calculated from.
Okay.
Now, the moment, that's why if you go to your Binance, you will see sometime, you will see if you go to your order history, your Binance, you will see cancel. Maybe cancel for buy, cancel for sale. Okay? So it comes in new. I think we have expired. We have elapsed our time, man.
Thank you
It's
so
not
much.
turning to.
So I have a question, please. So please. Just
Are you
this
sure
last
you will
one.
ask
Good
your
evening,
question
sir.
because the house is turned to Fuji House of Commotion already?
I'm sorry, just this last one, please.
Sir, please, I also have a question.
I'm not sure we'll finish all these questions because we'll have to call it today. I have another training now in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, sir, please, at what percentage do we actually, or what percentage of a rise in coin price do we activate the smart trade? A smart trade.
I don't understand.
That smart trade is if I want to activate a smart trade on this boat, when do I use the smart trade? What percentage of a coin rise do I have to use the smart trade? Like, is it when the coin have done 30 or 40%, and maybe there's news surrounding the coin?
Hey, hold it first.
That it will still go up.
Hold it first. Most time when we raise signal on our group, for instance, there was a coin like KNC yesterday. KNC yesterday was sent a signal, and KNC was still less than $2.4. And I say, you know what? KNC is about to break out. Buy KNC anything less than $2.4. And I think KNC was about 2.1, 2.3. So whoever got it, let's just say 2.4. And I said, selling price should be from 3.3, then 4, then that is like immediate and intermediate. But medium or long term, it could hit $9. Now, what happened? If I'm using my smart trade for that, you have given a range of the market. Now, if I want to trade such coin, I normally tell you guys sometime, I said, even if not a signal, I've analyzed a coin that have dipped very well. And I've seen that, technically this coin is to break out and all of that. And there were other fundamentals around it. Okay, look at what Cardano was just listed on the Coinbase in America and so many other things. So there are so many factors pushing. Then, or look at Lena, It's part of the coin that, okay, Grayscale announced that part of the coin, 5 coins were adding up. Some of those fundamentals added up, and Lina did about 270%, right? Now, when such coin, I've now checked it technically, is going to break out, coupled with some of those fundamental information around it, what should I do? I have a choice. The choice is that I can divide, if I want to have $1,000 to trade that coin, I can put half, $500 on my DCA board and $500 on the smart trade. And when I put it on the smart trade, I can say 50% or 80%, like I did that to Crow. When I saw that Crow was to break out crazily, and I said, okay, take profit at 70%. But I activated my trailing. And then I still set my DCA boat on that. And as my DCA boat was going, I expected that, okay, Crow was to hit 25, 29 cents, or even 35 cents. And what happened? As I did that, and I set a smart trade, when I calculated about 80%, it was still within the range of, from that 12 cents or thereabouts. And then I said, okay, trailing activated. And it got to 80 cents, 80%, and then move on. From 80%, it moved on to 110%. And then it deviated by 5%. It sold and gave me 98%. It gave me 98% as against the 80% I want to do. That's additional 18%. So that had given me a bulk money. Not all coins are put on the smart trade. A coin I noticed a breakout, a coin I've analyzed maybe some fundamentals around it, yet I will still put it on my DCA board. But this is what I do sentimentally. Immediately I put it on my DCA board. For instance, like Crow, when my trade has finished and take profit on the smart trade, and there you are, the market has gotten to about 29 cents or 30 cents, I'm going to, whatever the DCA bot has made, I'm going to close it because I love the Crow. If I was taking profit on USDT, I will not bother myself. Such coin, in fact, is better for me because when it was breaking out, I'm not going to say, let me accumulate at that point because the market will be so volatile. So I'm taking profit in USDT. In such trade, I'm going to go to my boat on that particular coin. I will click sell in the market price. Now, when I want to click on sell the market price, they say plus $2 or minus $4. And I will check what my DCA bot has made within that range. Maybe I have deployed about $500 to that bot and it has done $350. And they say you are going to lose $50. Who cares? I will short it so that my USDT come back with my profit and the one I make on the smart trade. Then I can wait for that coin at the dip because I know it must come down. So those are the things, those are the minor things until you keep doing it over and over again. Look like a mirage, but it's not. Because what you are looking for, I say two things that are very fundamental when you enter your trade. Number one, you want to make money, and eventually you want to build wealth with the money you make. So smart trade is not just like, okay, let me just use smart trade. The coin, you have checked, it's going to break out or whatever. Then does that mean that if I have used smart trade on a particular coin, it's not used it disabled? No. Okay, imagine the one I showed us, the what's it called, the acro. Imagine the acro. I've entered the trade since on the 12th with the smart trade. It has not been completed. Then imagine if I partition my trade, I have a portion of that in disabled, a portion of that is smart trade. While the smart trade is waiting to be completed, then the disabled will have been eating little by little, like elephant meat. Then at the point when the disabled is eating it, and then there's a smart way that the coin break out and complete the trend, then that means Banga and Yoye are now working together. Does that got in place?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So it's a practical
Thank
thing.
you
It's
so
not.
much,
It's a practical thing. It's something we do over and over and over and over and over. And once you are doing it, the more that you pay attention. And I even told some persons when you are scared or you don't know what to do, you use your paper trading to practice anything. All right? Use your paper trading to practice anything. Okay.
Noted, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, guys. I think we've gone a long way. This is how 2 hours, 30 minutes stretch. That's too much. Okay.
You've done so well, sir. Thank you so much.
So whoever that invited, you just get back to the persons, but I have told us, let's maximize this space so that, this is a bull run, and what you can do aggressively in bull run is what stabilizes you at the bear market, right? And I always tell people that the profit is made in the bear market when people are still skeptical. You are just, as a matter of fact, doing yourself the best, by accumulating as much as possible. All right? As what is asking, the physical, why not? Physical training now. If you're in Port Harcourt, if you're not in Port Harcourt, physical training, we'll be working on to do a kind of conference in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, in Benin, and in Enugu. I don't know when we are going to try to fine-tune those things. If we can, why not? But for now, I think it's Port Harcourt people that are enjoying it. And I think some Port Harcourt people that don't even know the opportunity, they are abusing it. True. Some persons, sometimes, when your house is too close to church, you go late. So, and that's why you just to perfect your strategy day by day, every day by day, practice more and more every time. All right, thank you very much, everybody. You have a nice night, so sleep well and enjoy yourself. But make money, more important. If you're not making money, it's not making sense, right? Let's make money. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.